So when you're ready, if you just stand with your feet about hip distance apart, so toes facing forwards. And then we'll just move a little bit. So we're just going to move forward towards the balls of your feet and then back towards your heels. And we'll do that just a few times just to try and find a nice balanced position. So once you feel that you're balanced over all four corners of your feet, we'll lengthen through the muscles of the legs and we'll lift through the upper body a little bit. And then try and get a feeling that your hips are nice and stacked over your ankles and that your shoulders are over your hips. So you're all in alignment. And then lift your chin a little bit. Just imagine a string coming through the top of your head. So your whole body should feel like you're growing a little bit taller. And then try and get a feeling of kind of holding in towards the center of your body. So you just want to draw your belly in just a little for the warm up. And then relax your shoulders down your back. And we'll just take a little breathing exercise first. So we're just going to take your hands just lightly to either side of your rib cage so that you feel your ribs. And then just start to breathe deeply in through your nose and then out through your mouth. If that doesn't suit you, you can change that breathing, but try it. So deeply in your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. And try and feel, as you do that, your rib cage just moving to gently touch your fingers. Relax your shoulders. And just keep that long, slow, deep breath going. And then release your arms down by your sides. Take another deep inhale. And then as you breathe out this time, just lower your chin down towards your chest. So on the inhale this time, lift your chin up. And then as you breathe out, lower your chin back down. We'll do that again. So inhale, lifting up. And as you breathe out, lower it down. This time, inhale, lift up. And on your exhale, we're going to take it over towards one side, so just towards your shoulder. On the inhale, lift your head and then take it over to the other side. As you're doing this, just pressing down through your feet, so keeping yourself nice and centered. Keep that belly drawn in. And we'll do this once more. And then back into the center. Okay, this time, as you inhale, we're going to reach the arms up. So we're going to lift them all the way up. And then as you breathe out, bring your arms down in front of you. So we'll do that again. So inhale, reach the arms up, just stretch all the way up. And as you breathe out, pull the arms down in front of you. Do that one more time. So inhale, reaching up, lifting, good, relax the shoulders, and then pull back down. So we'll reverse that. So we'll go up to the front first. So inhale, lift up. And then as you breathe out, draw the arms down by your sides. So again, try and keep that sense of keeping your body weight nice and centered. Keep that alignment of your shoulders over your hips. Do one more. And keep the breath moving in and out. Good, well done. Okay, release down. This time, we're going to reach up with your right arm. So as you inhale, just reach up. And then we'll reach up with the left and exhale. Grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand and just gently draw yourself over towards the side. And then move back into the center and just release both arms down. So we'll start with the left arm first. So big stretch up towards the side and then take your right arm up. So this time grab hold of your right wrist and then move over just gently towards the left. Good, and back into the center. Release the arms down. We'll do that again. So again, still pressing down through your feet. Right arm reaches and then lift up. Good, grab hold of that left wrist and move over towards the right. Move back into the center and release the arms down. We'll do that one more time. So reaching up. Good, and the other arm. And this time we'll go over towards the left. Okay, move back into the center. Release both arms all the way back down. Okay, from there, we're going to just reach up with both arms. So as you inhale, just reach through the sides of your body. And then breathing out as you bring it back down. Do that again. So inhale, reach up. And then as you breathe out, release down. Now, if you want to, you can lift up onto your toes or the balls of your feet. So lift your heels up as you lift up with the arms. And then release down and lower the heels back down. So do that again. So inhale, reaching up, lifting up through your heels. And release back down. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So inhale, reach up. And release down. Then we're going to add on to this. So we're going to take a little squat. So maybe hands just to your thighs. Push your hips back, keep your chest lifted and sink down. And then on the exhale, come back up. So do that again. So inhale, weight back in the heels, chest lifted, and then rise back up. Good. Now, if you want to, you could reach your arms up as well as you're coming down. And then release the arms as you rise back up. Do that one more time. So lifting up, reaching up, sink the weight back, and come back up. In fact, we'll do it once more. And then we're going to add this on to that reaching up. So when you come back up on an inhale, reach the arms, maybe lift the heels up. And then as you exhale, release the heels down. Good. Now sink back, reach the arms forward as you inhale. And then exhale, come back up. Okay, do that again. So inhale, reaching up, lift your heels up, reach the arms up. And as you breathe out, lower the hands down, lower the heels. Good, inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms forward, and come back up. We'll do that one last time. So inhale, reach up, lift your heels up. Good, and release down. And bend the knees into that squat, and then come back up. Excellent. Okay, from there, just standing with your feet still hip distance. We're going to stand on your right leg, pull your belly in, and lift your left foot up off the ground. So just to where you can use a wall here if you want. And we're going to circle your ankle round. So just gently, just circle round, just in one direction. And then change that and just move the other way. Now this time, hold your foot still and start to move your knee around. So again, just in one direction. And then change and move the other way. Good. You can make it bigger or smaller, faster or slower, whatever suits. Excellent. Okay, we'll release that, come back down. We'll change sides, so standing on that left leg. Again, stand against the wall if you need to, and lift your right leg up. So just circling through your ankle first of all, draw the belly in, keep yourself still stacked. Change direction. And then we'll hold the foot still and start to move through the leg. Again, belly drawn in, just keeping ourselves nice and steady. Move and change in the opposite direction. Keep your breath flowing. Well done. And then release. So come back down, give your legs a little shake. So this time we're going to take your feet wider. So as you do that, your toes turn out. We still keep the shoulders aligned with your hips. And as you bend your knees here, so we're going to squat, you're going to take your knees so they go over your ankles. So the upper body stays quite tall and the tailbone points down. Now slowly move back up. Again, as you inhale, just bend your legs. And on the exhale, move back up. Maybe this time circle the arms down and then reaching up on that exhale. Good, so breathing in and breathing out. So again, just take your time. Okay, maybe inhale through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Excellent. I'll do this once more. And then come back down, release the arms, and just take the hands just to either side. And we'll just move just gently side to side. So just moving through the hips. Good, keep your chest lifted. Well done, and then move back into the centre. Keep the chest high, hands to your thighs if you'd like, or you can lift them up. And we're going to lift your heels, so just lift through your right heel, and then through your left heel. So do that again, so right heel lifts, and left heel. And we'll do that one more time, so right heel lifts, and left heel. Good, well done. Slowly move up, straighten your legs, and turn your toes forward. Now from here, you can bend your knees if you'd like, but press your hips back, maybe take your hands to your thighs, flatten out your back, and you can stay here, or maybe release down. Again, bend the knees if you'd like, let the upper body just fold forwards a little bit here, stretching through the back of your thighs. Still try and keep the hips over your ankles. Well done. Take one more deep breath in, and then bend your knees, pull your belly in, and just roll yourself all the way back up to the top. So we'll do that again. Turn your toes back out. And then again, shoulders over your hips, bend your legs coming down. And then breathe out to come back up. Again, bend the legs, maybe circle down, and then lift. Good, but just work till you can, so you don't have to go too deeply. Excellent. Do two more. One last one. So again, we'll come back down. So just move back down again. And again, maybe just slide side to side a little bit. Excellent. Okay, from there, move back into the centre. And this time again, straighten your legs. So slowly turn your feet forwards. Push your hips back and move forwards. So again, straight back spine, belly drawn in, maybe release down. Now this time when you get down, again, you don't have to, you can stay up here, but we're just going to bend over towards the right. So we're just going to move over towards that right leg. So you can either have both hands on the right thigh, you could have one hand down, both hands down, wherever it feels right, just feeling that stretch through the inner thighs, belly drawn in. And then we'll just move to the other side. So you could come up onto your knee first if you like, move over to the other side, hold here. So again, stay upright or move one hand down or both hands, whatever suits you. And then when you're ready, slowly make your way back into the middle, bend both legs, pull your belly in, and then just roll yourself all the way back up to the top. Now that, when you're ready, walk your feet in, maybe give your legs a little shake off. So we're going to move down now onto your mat. So move your device if you need to, so you can see, and also so I can see, which would be handy. So when you come in, we're going to come into a sitting position first of all, and you can do that long ways or whatever on your mat, wherever it's best for you to see. I'm just going to do it this way, and then I'll probably turn round. So we're going to start with our legs fairly wide. And you can bend your knees here. So if you feel it's better for you to bend your knees, keep them bent. If you can straighten your legs, then straighten them. Even if you can bend them a little bit, that's fine. Sit up onto your sit bones and maybe flex your feet a little bit if you can. And try and sit so you're nice and tall. So you want to lengthen through your spine. And then reach your arms out to the side. So from your tailbone, again, we've got this feeling of being stacked through your shoulders to your hips. Take a deep breath in and out. And then on your next in breath, we're going to rotate around. So you're going to take your right hand and we're going towards your left foot here. And then as you breathe out, if you stretch that hand forward, just going in that direction. Now breathing in, move away from your foot a little bit. And then as you breathe out, come back into the centre. So we'll do that again. So breathing in, move round. As you breathe out, reach forwards towards that foot. Good. Breathing in, move away from it. And as you breathe out, come back to the centre. We're going to speed that up a little bit. So breathing in, and then as you breathe out, reach. Good. Breathing in, and as you breathe out to the centre. So it's in and out. In and out. Now keep going on that. If you want to, slow it down a little bit. The most important thing is trying to stay nice and tall. So you want to lengthen through your spine, so all the way up to the crown of your head. We want to keep that kind of sense of rotation, but rotating through your kind of belly button, the centre of your body. So try and keep grounded through your hips. Okay, we'll do that once more, just to either side. Excellent, and one more time. Just a gentle twist through the spine. Good, okay, release your arms down, bring your legs in, maybe give them a little shake. And then bend your knees. So we're going to have the knees now about hip distance apart. So you can be on your heels, you can be on your flat feet, whatever suits you. And I'm just going to turn around so you can see from a side view. You don't have to turn yourself. And we're going to try and keep the shoulder over your hip here. So again, we're still stacking with a nice straight spine. Belly pulled in, and try and get a feeling of drawing the inner thighs in, hands behind the back of your thighs. So deep breath in. As you breathe out, tilt a little bit in your low back, round your back as you roll back a little. And as you breathe in, start to move back up to that flat back position. So again, breathing out, round back, roll back. And as you breathe in, move back up. Good, do that a few more times. So rounding back, drawing the belly in, and come back up. Good, do that again. So breathing out, and breathing in to lift back up. Now from here, we're going to stay at the top, and we're going to bring your hands together. So we're going to move side to side. So you could do it with a straight back. If you want to though, draw your belly in and round back a little bit. It'll make it a little bit harder. So we're going to move rib cage to hip here. So deep breath in, as you breathe out, go over to the side, breathe in, come back into the centre. So to the other side and centre. So it's just side, centre. If you want to work a bit harder, lean back a little bit more and try and keep that sense of tension in your body, and also the inner thighs are continuously kind of drawing in. Good, well done. Now you can create a little kind of puffy breath here, so it comes a kind of little puff out and in. Good. Okay, 2 more. And last one. Well done. Slowly make your way back up. Now we're going to combine these 2 moves. So we're going to do the little kind of crisscross movement as we're going back and then coming back up. We're going back for 3 and up on 1. So it'll look like this. So deep breath in. As you breathe out, it's 1, 2, 3. Breathing in to come back up. Then start the other side. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in to come back up. So it's and in. Okay, do that again. And again, you can go back further if you feel you want to. You don't have to go back so far if you feel it's too much. Try and keep the inner thighs drawing in. Good, doing really well. Do 2 more. Excellent. And last one. Well done. Okay, from here, we're going to make our way down, so you could use your hands and come down, or maybe just do that little roll back. So you could reach your hands or hands behind the back of your thighs. Deep breath in as you breathe out round your back and roll yourself all the way down towards your mat. Good, take your time. Excellent. Now when you get there, we're going to make sure we're nice and comfortable. So start with your feet, maybe bring them towards your bottom a little bit, feet hip distance. Try and get a sense of balance here. So you want to balance through your right and left side of your shoulders and your hips and your feet. Spread your arms. And then feel that you're lengthening through your spine. So from the crown of your head down to your tailbone, you want to feel you're stretching your spine along the body. Take a deep breath in here, and as you breathe out, you're going to tilt your pelvis forward and up. As you breathe in, you're going to move back and arch your back a little bit. So breathing out, tilt the pelvis forward and up, and breathing in, arch your back. And make that fairly kind of obvious, but keep the inner thighs drawing in, and then start to slow it down and make it smaller until eventually you'll stop moving in the center. And we're going to keep that as our neutral spine. So whenever you remember, we'll come into this. So we'll lift the pelvic floor, draw the belly in a little, and then get a sense of drawing in to the center of your body through your rib cage. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift your arms up, so keeping that back flat on the floor. Take another breath in, and as you breathe out, lift your shoulders up off the ground without lifting your head. Now breathe in and release the shoulders back down. So do that again. So breathe in, lift your shoulders up, so still keeping your back and neutral spine. Breathe in lower. And keep that moving, so lifting up. Still keep that sense of balance. You want to still press through your feet, press through your hips. Good. Make sure the shoulders are nice and even. Excellent. And just sense the feeling from the shoulders being lifted and the shoulders being lowered, and try and just notice the difference between them. And we'll just do 1 more of these. And then we'll release the arms all the way down by your sides. Now, still maintaining this neutral spine that we've found, lift the pelvic floor, draw the belly in, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lift 1 knee up. So just bring the knee so it's over your hip. Good. And then lower that foot back down. So deep breath in, as you breathe out, lift up. And maybe as you breathe in, lower back down. So breathing out, lift up. So we're just alternating the legs here. Now if that is fine for you, you're just going to stay on that. So just this alternating knee bend. If you want a little bit more, maybe lift 1 leg up, hold it there, and then draw the other leg up. And then lower both legs down on that in-breath if you can. So deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift 1 leg up, lift the other leg up, and then lower both legs. And you can always change the start leg, so you can change the start leg each time, so you've got a different one lifting. If you want a little bit more than that, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lift both legs. And breathe in, lower both legs down. Maybe leading with your heels here. So trying to be quite light with the feet, trying not to swing the legs, and try and keep this sense of neutral spine. So we want the body feeling centered on the mat, and we want the back in neutral. Keep your breath flowing in and out through your nose and your mouth. Now from here, you might want to take your hands either side of the head, elbows back, and as you breathe out, lift the upper body. And you could just hold the upper body lifted here, and either do the single leg and then both legs, or maybe both legs lifting and lowering. But just work where you can, where it feels right for you. Again, if you feel any strain in your lower back, or you feel your lower back lifting, then reduce the movement. So you want to either go to a single leg, or maybe the single leg with a double lower. But just where it feels right, without forcing it in any way. Good, well done. Excellent. So we'll do a few more of these, and remember you can have a rest whenever you need to. You don't have to keep going the whole time. Excellent. Just two more. And last one. Well done. Okay, from there, release everything back down and keep your hands behind the back of your head. So still get a sense of having the feet hip distance, the back in that neutral spine, the belly pulled in, and the pelvic floor lifted. And lengthen through the back of your head a little. So we're going to start to lift up through your upper body. So take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, if you lift through the back of your head, and then the back of your neck, and then a little bit maybe through your shoulders and your upper back if you can. As you breathe in, we're lowering down in the opposite way. So the upper back, the shoulders, the back of the neck, and the head lowers down. So again, breathing out, lift through the back of the head and the neck, the shoulders and the upper body, and then slowly release back down. Okay, so take your time just working through that. So deep breath in to prepare, breathing out as you lift. A breath in if you want at the top, and breathing out to lower back down. But if that doesn't feel right and you want to work a bit harder, just breathe out to lift and breathe in to lower. Okay, but work where you can, when it feels right. Excellent. Elbows back a little bit. Good. Chin relaxed. Excellent. Now keep going on this. We're going to change the count. So we are going to lift up on your out breath and lower down on your in breath. If you want to, we're going to add a leg as well. So as you breathe out, we're going to lift through one leg. So you just lift your toes up so you come to kind of a straight leg, so the leg is not bent. And then as you breathe in, you lower your foot back down as you lower your upper body. And then we change. So as you breathe out, we lift the foot up, we take it to a straight leg, and then we bend the leg and lower the foot back down towards the ground. If you find that's not enough, then lift both legs at the same time. So extend them up, and then release the legs and the upper body down. So breathing out, lift up, reach up with your feet, and breathing in, lower back down. Good, well done. So either one leg or both legs here, again, just judge it. And any strain on the head or the neck, then you want to have a little rest, and you can always come back in if you feel like you can manage. But just do what you can, what feels right to you. Excellent. Okay, we'll do a few more of these, just working at your own pace. Try and work nice and slowly. Keep thinking about that breath. Keep yourself centered on your mat. Excellent, and one last time. Well done. So slowly lower down. Maybe draw your knees to your chest line. You can always take a little break whenever you need to. Now from here, we're going to do a prep movement for our double leg lower, which we're going to do a little bit later, our double leg stretch. So you're going to have your back again in neutral, lift the pelvic floor, draw your belly in. Now this time we're going to lift your legs, so we're going to bring them up to this tabletop position. So this is going to be our start. So make sure your knee is direct over your hip, and then a straight line out towards your feet. The hands are going to go behind the back of your head again. Again, you don't have to use the upper body if you don't want to. Take a deep breath in here. As you breathe out, lift your upper body at the same time, extend both legs up. Now, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly lower your legs just the way you can. As you breathe in, bend your legs and lower the upper body towards the ground. So deep breath in. As you breathe out, stretch your legs up, lift the upper body. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lower the legs the way you can. Breathe in, bend the legs, and lower the upper body. Again, deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Good, lift the upper body. Breathe in there. As you breathe out, lower to where you can. Breathe in, bend the legs, and lower your upper body. Excellent. So again, if you find that's too much, then leave out the upper body. Maybe not even lower your legs if you feel that that's too much, especially if you feel your lower back starting to lift off the ground, then you don't want to lower it anymore. You want to kind of keep it above that position of where your back's going to lift. Excellent. And we'll just do one more of these. Well done. When you come back in, lower your upper body, draw your knees towards your chest, and just move gently side to side. So we are going to do this double leg stretch, but I will give you two options. So one is easier, one is a little bit harder. Just work where you can. So when you're ready, again, coming back into that tabletop position, so make sure you're in neutral spine, lift the pelvic floor, maybe on your out breath, lift one leg at a time, or lift both legs up, whatever suits you, and keep that L-shaped position with your legs. So your knee is over your hips, and then your knee is a straight line out towards your ankles. The back is in neutral spine. Now this time we stretch the arms along your sides. So you can stay here with the upper body down. If you want a little bit more, breathe out and lift your upper body up off the ground. So you're kind of in this scoop shape. So the easier one, deep breath in. As you breathe out, we straighten the legs up towards the ceiling, and at the same time, the arms overhead and stretch so that your body is on the ground. As you breathe out, we're going to lift back up again, so we reach up. Good. So breathing out, lift the legs, stretch the arms overhead. Breathing in, move back up. Good. So breathing out, lift up, stretch back, and then lift back up. Excellent. Now you can keep on that. So as you breathe out here and breathe in. Now if you want a little bit more than that, when we lift the legs, we kind of push them out. So rather than straight up, they go out the way. And then the arms go overhead without the upper body going down. As you breathe in, bend your legs and come in. So breathing out, breathing in. Again, if you find that's too much, if the lower back starts to lift, for example, then you want to go back to the first one. Any strain in the head or neck, go back to the first one. Good, very nice. And just do what you can, how many you can. You don't want to force it. Remember, we're all about the quality of the movement rather than how many you get done. So your first one should be exactly the same as your last one. And if it's not, then you maybe done a few too many. So you need to reduce it. Okay, two more, if you can. Excellent. And last one. Okay. Slowly from there, release down, draw your knees towards your chest. Excellent. So we're going to give the upper body a little rest here. We're going to come into a bridge position. So we're going to have your feet flat on the floor, feet about hip distance apart, heels fairly close towards your bottom, and back in this neutral spine once more. So again, lift the pelvic floor a little, draw your belly in and draw towards the center of your body. Take a deep breath in here. As you breathe out, tilt your pelvis forwards and up. And then we're going to start to lift. So as you breathe out, just start to curl your back up off the ground. So you're lifting through your hips, through your low back, through the mid back, maybe coming to your upper back or your shoulders, just wherever you can reach. And when you get there, hold there. And just get the sense of balance still in your body. So through your feet, through your knees, so try not to let the knees drop out, to your hips and your shoulders are all quite balanced. So take another deep breath in here. And as you breathe out, we'll start to lower down from the upper part of your back. And then try and keep your hips fairly high. So just slowly lowering down one vertebrae at a time until you come back to a neutral spine position. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, tilt your pelvis and start to peel your back a little bit off the ground at a time. Come up to where it feels right to you. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, lower back down. So option one is just to stay on this moving bridge. So deep breath in at the bottom. As you breathe out, tilt and start to move back up. Breathing in at the top, and as you breathe out, slowly move back down. So if you feel that's enough for you, you're just going to stay on that. If you want a little bit more, you can come with me. So as you breathe out, tilt your pelvis and start to move back up. When you get to the top, hold there on your in-breath, and on your out-breath, lift your right foot off the ground. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, start to extend and lift that foot up towards the sky. Flex your foot here, and as you breathe in, lower your leg down just the way you can. As you breathe out, softly point your toes and lift back up, and as you breathe in, flex your foot and lower. We'll do this one more time, so as you breathe out, lift up, and as you breathe in, flex your foot and lower. When you come down this time, bend your knee, bring your feet together, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly lower yourself all the way back down. Okay, so deep breath in at the bottom. As you breathe out, tilt your pelvis and come back up. And again, you can modify this, so breathing in. As you breathe out, lift your foot off the ground. So deep breath in, as you breathe out, start to point your toes and lift your leg up to where you can. Flex your foot and lower your foot down just the way you can. So breathing out, lift up, and you can modify it and do less. Good, make sure the hips stay nice and high. Do one more if you can. So when you come down this time, bend your leg, foot flat on the floor. Deep breath in and lower yourself all the way back down. So we'll do this one more time. So breathing in, as you breathe out, start to lift up. Good. When you get to the top, hold there on your in-breath and then lift up through one leg. Excellent. As you breathe out, point your toes and take that foot up towards the sky if you can, and then flex your foot and lower it down on your in-breath. So breathing out, point your toes and lift up. And again, you don't have to lift the leg fully. You can just stay there in that bridge. You could lift your foot off the ground, whatever you feel is the best thing for you. So once you've done about 3 of them, lower your foot down, deep breath in, and slowly lower down through your bridge again. And then we'll come in and we'll do the other side. So again, deep breath in at the bottom. As you breathe out, start to move up through your bridge. And again, you can just move up and down through this bridge if you want. Deep breath in, as you breathe out, lift your foot. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, point your toes and slowly take your leg up. And flex your foot and draw it back down. And again, if 3 is too much, do 2 or 1. Good. Point your toes and lift, keep the hips level. Flex your foot and draw down. Do this one more time. So breathing out, lift the foot up. Flex your foot and draw down. So as you come down this time again, bend your knee, place your foot flat on the floor and lower yourself down. So when you come back down out of your bridge, maybe take your feet wide, so as wide as your mat, and then just let your knees just drop together. So just loosening and relaxing a little bit in your lower back. Excellent. Okay, from there, take your legs apart, walk your feet back in so they are hip distance apart, and still make sure you're back in this neutral spine. So coming back into it, lift the pelvic floor, draw your belly in. Now take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift one leg up at a time or lift both legs up and come back to this tabletop position. Now for the next one, you can stay here. Okay, so all we would do here is we're going to crisscross the feet. So you're just moving your feet in and out. If you want a little bit more, we're going to raise the legs. So as you breathe out, just release your legs up. And again, you can bend your legs. You don't have to have them completely straight. Stretch your arms out or hands either side the head and lift your upper body, whatever you feel is right for you. Now from here, we're going to do that little crisscross. So we're just crossing over through your feet, turn out a little bit in the thighs, tighten through your legs. Now we're going to move this. So again, if you don't want to move it, you can stay at the top. But we're going to move down for 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we bend the knees in and then raise the legs back up. So breathing out, breathing in, bend the knees and raise up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, knees in and up. So again, you're in charge of how low you go with the legs. Even if you lower them, you could stay at the top and do your 4 there, and then bend your legs and push them back up. Work where you can, where it feels the best thing for you. Excellent. And we'll just do 2 more. And last one. Good, well done. Okay, slowly now, draw your knees towards your chest. From here, we're going to take the knees just over to the side, so the side closest towards me, if you lower your knees over. As you do that, try and make sure your shoulders are on the ground here. So we're not going over onto our side, but the shoulders are back. Hands either side of the head. Deep breath in, and you notice you've got the side of your body kind of facing towards the sky. So you're going to take your rib cage and lift that up towards the side of your hip bone. Breathing in, lower down. So breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower back down. Now you're going to stay on that, so you're just lifting and lowering, just working through the obliques and the side of your waist. If you want a little bit more, you can stretch your bottom arm along the ground with the palm down, and as you come up, you bend that elbow, push up off it, lift your top leg and reach your top hand. Again, you don't have to. Breathing in, come back down, and breathing out to lift up. If you're quite happy on your side here and just lifting up and lowering down, then I would stay there. Excellent. And just 2 more. And last one. Well done. Okay, slowly from there, we're going to use the muscles here to draw our knees back in. So use that to lift the legs up and draw the knees into the center. Draw your hands behind the back of your thighs. Now we're going to come up to sitting. If you want to just sit up, then do that. Otherwise, we're going to roll. So you're going to roll back and forwards just a couple of times, 2 more. And then we're going to come up to sitting. Okay, so from there, we're going to move round just so that we're all in the right place. So if you swing your feet round towards the bottom of your mat, bring your feet flat on the floor again. We're going to lower back down, so you could use your hands. If you want a little bit more, either hands stretched out or behind the thighs, and pull your belly in and roll back. So take your time. Good. If it rushes at the end, try and control it. So when you get there, again, just take a moment or 2 just to establish that position. So feet flat, nice and balanced to each side of your body. So your left and your right side should feel balanced. Lift the pelvic floor, draw the belly in. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, either one leg at a time or both legs together, lift the legs back up to this tabletop position. So again, if you're staying here, you're just going to crisscross the legs here. If you want to, as you breathe out, extend the legs up. Straighten the legs or keep them slightly bent. So that little crisscross movement, hands stretched out, hands behind the back of the head and lift the upper body. So breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, knees in, press back up. So work where you can. Don't lower if you feel it's too much for your lower back. Good. Do the crisscross with the legs bent. And lower your upper body if you need to. Excellent stuff. Okay, just 2 more times. And last one. Good, well done. Okay, from there, draw your knees in towards your chest. And then slowly lower your knees over towards the sides. Again, towards me. Relax the legs, but try and keep your shoulders on the ground. So still lifting the pelvic floor, still drawing the belly in, hands either side of your head. So as you breathe out here, lift your upper body a little, and as you breathe in, lower back down. So again, the rib cage is moving towards your hip bone. Good. And then stay on this. If this is enough, you're going to stay here. Otherwise, stretch your bottom arm along the ground, palm facing down. As you breathe out, lift up, bend the elbow, so push off it. Lift your top leg and reach towards it. Breathing in, lower back down. So breathing out, lift, and breathing in, lower. Again, if you're happy here on your side, then this is where you're going to stay. Excellent. And just 2 more. Well done. And last one. Okay, slowly now from there. Again, use the muscles in your tummy and your back to draw the legs up and back in to the center. So you can draw your knees towards your chest once more. Take a little roll. So again, we're going to come up to sitting. So if you want to just use your hands and come up, or hands behind the back of your thighs, roll back and forwards a couple of times. 2 more. And make your way up to sitting. Good. Okay, we're going to come to all fours now. So just make your own way round into an all fours position. So when you come in, spread your hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're just going to take a moment or two just to try and establish our neutral spine again. So very similar to what we did when we're lying on our back. Breathe in and drop your belly down and arch your back. As you breathe out, tuck your tailbone under and draw your belly in. So you're rounding your back a little. Don't worry too much about the upper back. It's really the lower back that we're concerned with here. Good. Now make that movement a little bit smaller and a little bit slower until you stop in the center. When you get there, draw your belly in. Good. And try not to drop the head down too much. So it weighs a lot. Try and keep it under control and in line with your neck. As you breathe out here, we're going to lift up through your right leg. Now your right leg is bent and your foot is flexed and your knee is in line with your hip. Good. Okay, from there, as you breathe out, we're just going to straighten the leg behind us. And then as you breathe in, you're going to bend your leg, keeping your hip up. Good, so breathing out, extend. Breathing into bend. Excellent. And again, just do what you can with it. If you want to lower down to your elbows, if you need to, then do that. Do 1 more of these. And then keep the leg bent. Now this time, you're going to pull the knee towards your chest. So as you breathe out, pull your knee in. Try not to round your back too much. And as you breathe in, lift your leg back up. So you're keeping your leg bent as you do it. So you breathe out, pull the knee in. And breathing in, lift back up. Do this once more. Now we're going to combine these. So when you come back up, as you breathe out, extend your leg. As you breathe in, bend it. As you breathe out, draw your knee in. And as you breathe in, lift it back up. So again, extend the leg on your out breath. Bend it on your in breath. Good. Pull the knee in and lift it back up. Excellent. 1 more time. And when you come back up again, just extend the leg, hold it there, and you can stay here with the leg extended. Maybe stretch your opposite arm away if that feels okay. And then slowly release the hand and the knee to the ground. Now we'll take our knees wide and feet together. We'll come back into a wide leg child's pose. So just relax back. Maybe stretch your arms out, or maybe just bend your elbows and drop down, whatever feels right. And then when you're ready, slowly start to come back up again. So take your time, position your knees underneath your hips, your hands underneath your shoulders. And then start to move through that tilt and arch again. So again, drop your belly down as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, tilt your pelvis a little bit and arch your back. So do this a few times. And then start to make it slower and smaller, and then move so that you're in the center of these 2 positions. Draw the belly in and lift your head a little. As you breathe out, again, we'll lift through the left leg this time, so just lift it up, flex your foot, keep the knee in line with your hip. And as you breathe out, extend the leg behind you. As you breathe in, bend it. So trying to keep the knee level with your hip as you do this. Try not to lean too much to one side, so try and keep your weight fairly even between your hands. Excellent. And 1 more time. So this time, bend the leg in, hold it there, and as you breathe out, draw your knee in towards your chest. So keep that back nice and flat. Good. Breathing in, lift it back up. So breathing out, draw the knee in, and then lift it back up. So do that a couple more times. Again, keep that sense of balance through your shoulders and your wrists. And one more, and we'll add it together. So when you come back up, as you breathe out, extend your leg. And as you breathe in, bend it. As you breathe out, draw your knee towards your chest. And as you breathe in, lift it back up. Again, breathing out, extend. Good, and bend. Draw the knee in. And lift it back up. So do that twice more, so just take your own time. And last time. Well done. So when you come back up again, we'll extend the leg behind us. So again, toes pointing down, flex your foot, maybe stretch through the opposite hand, maybe not. And then release the hand and the knee down. Widen your knees, feet together, and press your bottom back to your heels. And again, relax yourself down. Now from here, we're going to make our way down onto your belly, so you can either just take yourself down or come up onto your hands again, maybe walk your knees back and do a little push up. You want a little bit of work on your arms. So just slowly bend your elbows and lower yourself all the way down towards the ground. So when you get there, we bring your hands round towards your head and just drop your head down. Just relax just for a moment here. And just again, just get a sense of your body on the ground, get a sense of the body being lined up through your hips and your shoulders. So from here, we're going to take your arms down by your side. The palms are facing up, and if you can slide them just a little bit under the top of your thighs, you don't have to kind of jam them in, but just try and draw the shoulders back a little bit. Push your pubic bone down, have your feet hip distance, and spread your toes towards the ground. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to curl up a little bit again. So from the top of your head, through your nose and your chin, to your neck and your upper chest, and then as you breathe in, slowly release all the way back down. So breathing out, just lifting up just a little tiny bit at a time. Good, and releasing back down. So take your own time to do that. Try not to force it and think more kind of length rather than lifting too high. Try not to tense too much in the muscles of your neck, so keep them nice and relaxed. Excellent. We'll just do 2 more of these, so just nice and slow. And last one. Well done. We'll release down. Release your hands from underneath your legs. You can bring them back round again and drop your head down if you like. And then keeping your feet hip distance, we're going to come up into kind of a Sphinx position. So well, not Sphinx entirely, but we're going to bring the hands round. And you want your hands just kind of above your shoulders with the forearms down towards the ground and the elbows kind of gripping a little bit towards the side of your body. Still have your feet hip distance here and your toes pointing down, pubic bone down. So take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, maybe just come up so you're on your forearms if that feels okay. If you want a little bit more, then press a little bit higher. So come up to where you can. You can even come up and straighten the arms, but just be wary of it and where you want to. As you breathe out, slowly release all the way back down. So take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, start to move up. So maybe just to your forearms, maybe a little bit higher, just to where it feels right. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, lower back down. Okay, so we'll keep that moving. So breathing in at the bottom, breathing out to come up to whatever height you want to. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, lower back down. Again, just listening to your body. So again, breathing out, moving up. Breathing in to hold it if you can. And breathing in, moving back down. Excellent. We'll do that one more time. And you come back down again, just relax there, bring your arms back round and drop your head down. And maybe move a little bit through your hips. You could just shuffle your hips side to side if you want. Okay, this time we are coming up into Sphinx position. So we'll bring the hands underneath you. So you're coming up onto your forearms. So with Sphinx, you want to have a straight line from your shoulder to your elbow. And then if you cross your arm over, it should kind of land in just the kind of fleshy part of your arm. If it goes too far, then you need to change your arm position. If it doesn't touch, then you need to change it as well. So from there, try and get a feeling of drawing your chest forwards, as if you're using your fingertips and you're kind of pulling your chest forwards. Now, holding that there, and again, if you don't find it terribly comfortable, I would release down and do the next one just with your hands under your head. But if you're okay there, we're going to hold it. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, if you just point your right toe and just bring your right foot towards your right bottom, and then release that leg away, and then we'll just change sides. So breathing in, release it, and breathing out, bend the leg in. Breathing in, release, and breathing out, bend it in. Good, so just a little soft point. You want a little bit more. As you breathe out, you're also going to do a little pulse. So you're going to pulse that foot twice and breathe in to release it. So breathing out, bend it in, 2 little pulses, and release away. Now again, you can stay on this. If you want to, we're going to create a little kind of short, puffy breath to it. And we're also going to alternate it a bit. So it's out. So the in-breath becomes quite passive. Good. And again, if you find that hard to coordinate, don't worry about it. Just keep with the moving one leg and then the other. Good, well done. And just 4 more. Excellent. Okay, you can have a little rest, maybe lower yourself all the way back down, bring your hands round, maybe just relax here just for a little moment. Again, move the hips if that feels good. So we're going to work the legs again, specifically the inner thighs, and I'll just stand up just to show you the feet position. So for this next one, you're going to be doing these little kind of penguin feet. So the heels are together, the toes are apart, and that gives us this little kind of turn out on the top of your thighs. So if you do that as you're lying down, and you can just keep your arms underneath your head if you want to on this one. And then we're going to lift the legs. If you find that hard, again, just take it to where you can. So deep breath in, as you breathe out, maybe lift your legs up. So it's a little bit like 100 in this kind of pulsing movement that we're going to do. And we take the legs a little bit apart, and then we work on the in, so it just becomes in, in, in. Now we're going to do 50 of these, which sounds like a lot, but it will go quite quickly. So breathing in for 5, out for 5. So when you're ready, draw your belly up and in. Lift your legs if you can, heels together. And as you breathe out, take them apart. And then when you're ready, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. Well done. Slowly release the legs all the way back down. Maybe drop your head down. Just relax here for a moment. Excellent. Okay, from there, we'll slowly start to make our way back up. So hands underneath your shoulders. Just push yourself up to an all fours position again. So coming in with the hands and the shoulders and knees underneath your hips. And we'll do a little movement through the back. So this time involving the upper back a little bit more. So breathing in, we'll drop the belly, maybe pull your chest forwards a little. And then as you breathe out, draw your belly in, round your back. And push the mat away from you as you drop your chin in. So breathing in, drop your belly, pull your chest forwards. Breathing out, round your back. And And again, just do that a few more times, just so you get that stretch through your spine. Excellent. Okay, on your next in-breath, we'll just move into a more neutral spine, so we'll have the belly drawn in, and we'll just walk your hands back towards your knees, and we'll come into a sitting position. I'm going to do this little mermaid stretch here, so we're going to take your right leg in front of you, and if you have kind of a straight line, so from your knee to your ankle, and then if you bend your left leg so that the knee of your left leg just kind of touches the heel. And then we're going to take your right hand maybe a little bit further away from you. You don't have to, you could. And your left hand just on this leg. Then we're going to take a deep inhale. As you breathe out, we're going to reach up and over through this hand. And if you want to, you can slide that right hand away and bend your elbow so you're coming down onto it. You don't have to, but you could. And as you breathe in, push back up, come to the center. And as you breathe out, reach up and over through your right arm. So breathing in, bring that right hand down. Good. As you breathe out, bend the elbow if you can and reach up and over. Breathing in, push back up. Left hand to the leg and reach up and over with the right hand. We'll do this one more time. So bringing that arm down. Good. Bend it if you want to and reach and stretch. And then come back into the center and reach over. Well done. Okay, from there we'll release. Maybe bring your legs to the front and start to change sides. So we'll have that left leg, so flexed. Bring your right knee just towards that heel. Again, try and feel you're kind of a bit centered, so through your sit bones. Right hand to the leg and left hand out to the side. Maybe you can slide it a bit more. So breathing in, lift up, and then as you breathe out, maybe bend that elbow and reach all the way over. As you breathe in, come back up to the center and reach up and over with the left arm. Okay, breathing in, take it back over, bend the elbow as you breathe out and reach over. Breathing in, come back up, and breathing out, reach. Okay, do this one more time. So when you're ready, take it over, maybe bend the elbow and reach the arm. Come back in, and reach back over. Excellent. Okay, from there, release both hands and bring your legs back to the center. And then take your hands behind you, have your feet wide, and then just gently move side to side. Excellent. Okay, from there you can keep your legs here if you'd like, or you could cross them over, whatever easy sitting position is best for you. Relax your shoulders, and then slowly lower your chin just towards your chest. Okay, lift your chin back up, and then we'll just drop your ear just down towards the right. So again, keep the shoulders nice and soft. Back into the center. We'll just change sides here. And then move back into the center again. This time we'll roll the shoulders, so just nice and gently towards the back. And then move to the front. Well done. Okay, that is you ladies. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. Any questions at all, please just ask, let me know. I'll send out details of the changes to the class times, which won't be in effect until the 14th of September, but you know, just to give you a heads up, and you can decide what you want to do from there. But there won't be any very much changes to the yoga apart from on the Friday. But the Pilates times will change, and you can decide from there what you want to do. Okay, any questions or comments, and just let me know. Just drop me an email or let me know now.
Thank you, Gillian.
Okay, thanks very much, Gillian.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Gillian.
Bye.
Next week.
Bye. See you next
Bye.
week.
Bye-bye.
Well, I won't be here next week, but I'll. Have I got the recording?
You've
Sent
got
it out by mistake.
Of yoga, I think.
No. All right. I thought you said you sent the Pilates out by mistake, or does that go?
I did. I'll send it again so you know
Okay.
you've got them separately.
That's fine.
That. I've got a yin yoga one. I don't know if you're interested in that. I could send it out. I did it last night. It's a bit
All right. Okay. Did it go okay?
really good. It was really nice. It's nice to do at night. You know, it's nice. just to do it night time, but you know.
Yeah, because yin's about holding, isn't it? About being in postures for a bit longer.
A bit longer, yeah. But sometimes, do you know, it depends on if the postures are a favourite of yours or not, I guess, when you get into it.
It's when you can't do it at all and you're thinking, oh.
Yes, yes. I mean, do you know, if you've got a spare hour and you want to try.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's great, Gillian.
Yeah. Right, okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.